From the planet X, on the planet, yes, I'm popping these cuts, feel it in my chest. Got a whole lot of stress, got a whole lot of pride. I know they worry about me, I know they fine. She don't believe me, hold up. 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 Believe it, believe it, believe it, hold up, believe it, hold up, believe it, hold up. From the planet X, on the planet, yes, I'm popping these cuts, feel it in my chest. Got a whole lot of stress, got a whole lot of pride. I know they worry about me, I know they fine. You know they miss, yeah, pride. Everything, man, wake up, hold my side, sun, fried, come, pan, whole gang, me, now, made, guys. Fuck out that blah shit, I'm on that wild shit. I'm out of here, everybody be. I'm about to fuck up the bitch. I got a whole lot of bitches, yeah. I'm about to shoot at your bitch. Yeah. I said it niggas do it. She don't believe me, hold up. 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 From the planet X, on the planet, yes, I'm popping these cuts, feel it in my chest. Got a whole lot of stress, got a whole lot of pride. I know they worry about me, I know they fine.
Miliana, it's been so long since you texted me. I finally took a break and now I feel like I'm on ecstasy. You said what my word means to me will one day be the death of me. They tried to kill me once, but darling, you just resurrected me.
Teach me, baby. Call my phone and say you need me, baby. I'm so green, you gotta teach me, baby.
From Vancouver, you a BC, baby.
Pull up Maybach, beep, beep, baby.
If I call up your shorty right now, she picking up. You boys got big on my name, that's big enough. We know how you OGs rockin' already, my nigga, the jig is up. They say the truth for section free, well mine is gon' stream while you watching HD. They say that karma could take an eternity, yours is dropping the same night as me. Funny thing is that they ain't gon' repeat. You gon' get yours while I'm doing me. You gon' get yours while I'm doing me.
Hey Jack, shut the fuck up.
teach me, baby. Call my phone and say you need me, baby. Thought they had me in a deep sleep, baby. I'm still scorching hot in these streets, baby. Pull up Maybach, beep, beep, baby. And my shit came with the heat seats, baby. See-through shirt, I get a sneak peek, baby. Blow on me just like some green tea, baby. Hey, hey. Tired of all of y'all telling me niggas is real. Pussy, I know when it's real. You only come home to pose and pop off a look, but you forgot how I feel. Shot-town popping a pill, go on a drill, looking for someone to kill. White kids listen to you, cause they feel some guilt, and that's how your soul get fulfilled. Handing out turkeys on camera inside of your hood, then you go back to the hills. How many houses you build? How many souls did you heal off the back of your deal? Difference between niggas getting you out of your deal and letting you out of your deal. Damn, against your will, how many new names do you got on your will? Damn, how many more times is y'all gonna be calling it soft when it's sealed? Damn, how many more interviews y'all gonna do just to get ice to chill? Damn, they tryna cover it up like a quilt. Wearing gon' skirt on a boy like a kilt. Kept it 100 on paper like Wilt. Tricking it off on a paying a bill. That's just how I do the sauce in a spill. These hoes know how I pop it for real. These hoes know how I pop it for real. Yeah, I made way too much in a week. Must be 250 at least. Like the money just grew off a tree. Like the money just came in for free, for real. Yeah.
Good morning, chat.
She scanning my knee. Like how long you been running?
Good morning, chat. Good morning.
Yeah, she just tell me like we in Paris like 200 deep, for real. And I went bought a whip for my brother. Same body but two different colors. And I might tell I get another. Small prices he kept it 100. And I might book a flight out to London.
Hey, chat, shut the fuck up.
Good morning, chat. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Milliana, it's been so long since you texted me. I finally took a break and now I feel like I'm on ecstasy.
All right, man. Let's start this live up. All right, chat. Good morning, man. How you guys doing today? What's up, Sam King, Multisata, Untraceable Jack, P911. What's up, man? Healing process. Do signals work? I mean, the results are the results. Now, what's up, man? Katarina V9, what's up? Katarina V9. Herman, what's up, man? All right, chat. We got a big day today, man. We got a red folder today. We have the first red folder of the week officially. What's up, Reggie? What's up, Matt? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We got another overseas here. IBR overseas. That's 3. Or is that 2? I think that's 3. 3 people have overseas in their name now. What's up, Kyle? Wish 617, good morning. YGM 23, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up, Kyle? I know how to pronounce. Ian, what's up, Ian? Emmanuel, what's up, man? Emmanuel over oceans. All right, bro. All right, chat. Chat, how we looking today? Marcus looking good so far, or what? Marcus looking good so far, or it's kind of like it's a little slow? What's up, Junior? Going sideways. We're about to find out. Cold, bro. I was like, wait, that's gold? I'm like, gold's dipping down this much? There you go. That is gold. All time monthly lows. Still pushing down. That's good. Chat, we might have what's up, Benzo? Good morning, man. Good morning, good morning. I've been sell since 4 a.m. Jamaican times. Isn't that the same time as Eastern? Caribbeans? I swear it's the same like time as here. What's up, Junior? All right, yo, chat. Yeah, what is going on today? Let's see. This thing is like coming down, kind of. Do I think it's gonna go down? I'm about to find out. So the best part about the streams is that you get to see like from a fresh view when I first wake up exactly what I look for, what I keep an eye for off bat. Like everything I'm doing is like first time today, right? So yeah, first thing is like news, right? I just want to take a look at that. Again, 8:30, we're kind of aware of that all week. It was only for this week. 8:30, core PC price index, final GDP price index. Sorry, chat, hold on. Let me just turn this AC down. You said I had him a little shook yesterday. Every now and then, you know, it's good. Every now and then it's good. Like I don't mind drawdown, but it's not the funnest for sure. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. Like what, 400 pips of drawdown? That wasn't the worst. We've had worse and longer too. That was only like an hour. Hour was some good exercise. All right, chat. So yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, what I'm looking for, right? So yeah, core PC price index, final GDP price index, unemployment claims, all at 8:30. So in about 14 minutes here, that's coming out. In terms of news, I think that's it for the week. Tomorrow you have nothing. So yeah, looking at the charts, it looks like we're kind of still holding that range we were in yesterday, right? Like we're not like shifting up, we're not shifting down. It's like holding, which is good because there's a chance that could continue today. Then. If like, you know, some days like you get movement and then you get like a huge correction. Like remember how yesterday you had that 1 hour candle? Like if the next candles were to continue up, right? Then, you know, you're all of a sudden breaking back into the range. And if you start breaking back into the range, then that gets filled. And then who knows what happens during like Asian, you know, London, if you can like pull back and create like some structure to continue up. And in New York today could have just gone up, but the thing is that push up there was so quick, so it happened quick. You know how sometimes like late day, like you start to like end day reverse, or you start to just like reverse like real slow, but it ends up happening until like market close. So if that were to happen, then I think we would have been in trouble. But luckily that push up was real quick. Like it was like, if you go on the small time from yesterday, like it was in like a 30-minute span, right? Quick push up, and then the correction down was okay. It wasn't as quick, but still, like that could mean that that's holding, like that those zones were holding, right? The 1 hour candle also was even though it closed bullish yesterday, it closed like holding the ranges, right? Which is why we got out. The next count came right back down, but that could this right here could have been liquidity then. Could have been a top wick, because like if you look at yesterday's move, like there wasn't really a pullback until that push up. If you look at all these other pullbacks here, like they're very weak, right? They were very subtle. They weren't as aggressive. This was like the most aggressive one, and it was the quickest one. So quick, like, is whatever. Like it doesn't always have to be quick, but in terms of size, like in terms of like ranges, it's the biggest range, right? This is 400, this was 300, and this one was like 600. So it's a pretty steep pullback. And then you came back down afterwards, right? So if you look at the structure, like you kind of have, let's go from maybe here, like that, a little bit of structure here, that, this. Let's just keep following a little slow, and then start moving here, right? This is when it starts to really pick up. Pullbacks, continuation down, huge pullback. So I'm just tracing price really. I saw nothing too crazy here, but just so we get an idea, right? So then we can take this now, go over to here. Look, this is like the structure that we're kind of in, right? You can see like the biggest pullback you've had was maybe like here and here, right? Other than that, it's been like very slow. I guess like here a little bit too, but not like these are just not that major, right? And over here it's kind of ranging a bit right now, but that's fine, because overall, like you're still holding lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Like that's still holding. So that's why I think like this could have been liquidity, right? From this perspective, like this could have been a lower high. And if that's the case, then as you come back down, whether you can break this or not will lead you to more lower lows. But in this case, price kind of just rejected. Right, so then it started to range a bit. So now this is the range we're in. But I think this is the first time we are ranging for this long too. But this could continue to break in today. There is news in 10 minutes. And look at the structure again. As long as you don't break structure, this could still at any given point just continue falling down, right? So then if we know that, if we understand that, we can start looking towards like targets. Like if we were to continue down, where could that go to? Like if you were to start breaking below this yellow zone here, where could that go to? So we'll draw something there. We'll draw something here for the top of the range. How much is the range here? 690 pips. Cool. So we'll have that. Delete all of this. We'll then go over it here, and you can see like this isn't. I wouldn't say this is like a heavy major zone. I think still like more major zones are going to be down here at like 39, 33. I think there's also a leg candle on the weekly right here, so that fill takes you down towards 40, 39, 33. Damn, I gotta get used to saying 39. So I think this is a more major zone. So I'll mark this up here, and then I'll mark this up here, and then for that line right here, I'm just gonna get rid of it. 49.65 and put a minor zone. Like that. So now this is like, it's a zone, right? But I don't think it's as strong as like this one or this one. So this is kind of where we're working off of, right? So as long as you can hold the top of 40-40, these highs, this can still come down at any given point. I think there's still a chance too, chat, that we can get wick entry sells. And I'll tell you guys why. Because if you were to break up, this is still also valid for sells too. This can still come down, but you can get a fake out. Like if this is not liquidity, because we like, this is why I don't know whether this is liquidity or that's liquidity, because there's always a chance for more liquidity to form, right? It's never like really like 100% that's liquidity. This is just an assumption off of like structure, and this is like the first time you've had this steep of a pullback, right, to continue down. But you can also still come right back up to the top of the range, and then you'll think, oh yeah, it's a breakout. But then next thing you know, it's still, since the overall structure here is still like bearish, it's still coming down, this could still be a lower high or liquidity to continue down. Right, so to tell whether it's not liquidity, and this is when we'll look for buys, is if you start pulling back, creating structure, continue up, pulling back, creating structure, continue up, and then we'll have ideas like within this range. But until you actually break above, right? Until you actually push up that much of a pop, like at least like 900 pips minimum, and create that structure. It's like any given point, this can still come back down, right? This is technically still bearish structure. So that's the thing today. It's like you're in this range right now, and you're trying to figure out, okay, is price gonna just dip down? If it does, then the yellow line is a minor zone. It's not that major, remember? So if you start dipping down below 39.65, start pulling back and holding that structure, eventually below, like within these areas, we can look for sales coming down towards 39.33. Like that'll be nice. I want to grab positions coming down towards these areas, but if we can't grab that, then we'll always have more range below like 39.33, right? But preferably, if we can get like this range down, that'd be nice. Or the other idea that I forgot to mention is the wick entry sells. So if you pop above the range for the first time, right, like kind of like yesterday where you just pull back, it's probably gonna be above like 40 to be honest this time, but I'm assuming maybe like in these areas it could be wick entry sells, because that's the first breakout side of the range, and first breakout could be a fake out. So either like, it's very rare if price were to break out above, it would just drive up. It will likely create structure before driving up. So that gives you that wick entry sell idea, right, at these areas that you could use. I'm probably going to use like 40.78, right? But again, this is pretty far still. Like from here to there is like maybe 92. And this is off the 4. Maybe there could be a lower wick entry sell zone. Let me just move one thing real quick. I don't like that. This can go up there like that. And that should be a little higher now on the 1, right, to match with that body. But yeah, like there could be a lower top wick zone, like maybe here, because I would assume that if this range here is like 700 pips, like I mean it could go up within one motion, but I think even these areas could even be wick entry sells, because eventually, like if you break up, you can still, like this is a range on its own, here to here, right? So like that's a range on its own. So if this is a range and you break out of this range for the first time, it's kind of like the same thing, same concept. Like it can still be a fake out. So there's potential for more wick entry sells in this box, but again, you gotta pay attention to how it comes up, right? If it does even come up, and that's kind of where we're at, chat. So just like I mean, it's bearish, I'll say, and now it's just trying to figure out like whether we'll get a top wick before coming down, or if we're just gonna come down. And if we do come down, we have things to confirm, right, which is the pullback continuation, and then same thing for the push up. Like if you were to come up, you can look for wick entry sells to continue down, and if it's not really wick entry sells and it starts to like reverse, then amazing, you'll have the higher low to continue, and then as you create more higher lows, eventually you can come to the conclusion that this is bullish. All right, I think maybe like today, just be less aggressive when you're trying to figure out trend, because just follow the trend. It's still bearish, right? It's still bearish and you still got range, so keep that in mind and you should be good. All right, but those are my 2 ideas for now, chat. Wick entry sells, continuation sells. Again, when it's like drive, it's pretty straightforward. Higher time frames driving. Small time frame is a bit of a range, I'll say, not really driving, but what does that mean again? If the higher time frame is driving, small time frame range, I'm pretty sure that's fake outs we can take. So that wick entry sell we mentioned, right? Because then you want the first breakup up here, or we can take continuation after a top wick. Let's see what that says. So full playbook, drive range. So you have drive, small time frame range. What to look for, lower time for liquidity. So again, yeah, so if you're driving, small time from range, you want to look for breakouts. So basically breakouts would be on the lows, right, which is what we have, or onions, which could be sells at the top of the range coming down. But I would prefer like if we can break the highs and shift back into the range, so more of like a fake out. I think fakeout should be checked off too. But what to be careful of, common mistakes that will put you in a difficult situation is mistaking liquidity as a reversal. So yeah, like a lot of traders would confuse this first breakout above the range for like a breakout. They'll be like, oh yeah, clean traffic. But remember, like this clean traffic is a bearish clean traffic, right? So unless like you are already coming up like this, you can't really anticipate this to reverse completely until you get more structure. So That's why what to be careful of is like mistaking liquidity as reversal. So mistaking like a break above as a continuation. But yeah, I think all three can be taken. Breakout, fake out, and onions today, right? But yeah, this right here, chat, going on back on the one, like above this range, mistaking like any breakouts above as like reversals, right? Trying to jump the gun too early for the idea or for the bias. Let's see, if you get a wick entry sell, where could it be? 425. 425. $40.23.951. All right. So yeah, chat. We got 1 minute until news comes out. Let me just mark this up on MT5. And then we should be set though. These are some pretty good levels, to be honest. It's like decent levels, you know, not too much going on. All right, 40.87, 40.47. $40.23, 3.965. $39.33. Lit. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, just as long as you just be careful of range one breakouts, basically. In this area, range one breakouts this is one range, right? So be careful of looking for buys above here, because any given point that can still be a fake out. And yeah, if news comes out, chat, it pushes up like straight up like 23 is what we have, right? If it comes up towards these areas, we're gonna take wick entry sells, which could be like soon. It just flips fast within one motion, and then our stops could be like probably not there. 43, 42, 23. I think these are same as yesterday. So then it could be like in like 42, 28 zones. Let's see, is it one motion right off the news? So stops 2,000 pips, 0.05 lot. Let's see, get ready, chat. Could be first initial reactions. If it's not, if it pulls back, then GG's obviously, right? We'll move that up towards like 47 next. Let's see, this is a pretty decent push on news here. This was 270, so you gotta push up maybe in there 110, 120. Yeah, I do, Mitchell. It's journal in the chat. Estimate journal in the chat. A link should pop up. So you see how it's pulling back, chat? This is like a higher low, right? Like in terms of like, you probably won't see in the minute because the count, or actually you might see in the minute. But yeah, this is like a higher low. So if this is a higher low, you come back up, there's a high chance you can likely push past like the next amount of resistance. So then in that case, I'll make the decision to not take a wick entry sell at 24, but move it up towards 47 next. So no longer at 24. If this came up straight towards 24, we would have been in, right? But it pulled back prior. So again, when you have like wick entry sells or levels in general, like marked up for the day, pay attention to how it gets there, because that matters more than the actual level itself. You know, the level itself could be whatever, like a flat zone, like a 4100, 42, whatever it is, but it's how you get there that really makes a difference, if that's a valid or not level. Try. What's wrong, Reggie? Try logging in my phone when I go full screen. It's like Don's whole chart shift to the right. I don't know. What's wrong with it? That's some pretty good news, chat. How did it come out? I'm guessing negative, right? They had a bunch of folders too. Wait, hold on. Positive. Interesting. came up positive and go went up. So neutral, positive, neutral, or positive. Right, hold on. Actual greater is good. Yeah, positive, positive, positive. All positive, straight up. Positive and neutral. So why did it go up? I don't know. We'll find out. Could be a top wick for us to continue down now, right? So remember, mistaking any of these pushes up as a reversal is what today, if you're in a driving condition in a range, you can mistake today as a reversal, like any liquidity as reversals. And that could have been liquidity if it flips bearish. I think the daily rebreaks the highs at 24 too. So yeah, if it rebreaks the highs while creating structure, our next zone is going to be up here, right? It's going to be 44. The next wick entry sell zone, which is kind of where we had it yesterday. I lied, no, it wasn't. This would have been where we had it yesterday. These are like the best days too. After a driving day like yesterday, and yesterday wasn't like that crazy of a drive. There's been better driving days, but usually after driving days is when we eat the most, because the driving days, like, we don't get much of the range. It's just like driving one direction. So we're looking for just like wick entry sells after pullbacks or whatnot, but we rarely get like majority of the push. The next day though, when the market sells down, like that's when things come into play. Like that's when you have usually range and liquidity and all of that. I don't know, Reggie. Is anyone else in the Discord having issues too? Maybe leave the stream and come back. What's up, Sergio? I see. Thanks, but the journal is different from that journal. Wait, sorry. What journal you want? You want the which journal do you want? I have two journals. This is the one that I share publicly that you can use. This one is like more so just to, honestly, I use this one just to post this, to be honest. But this is the one that you want to be using. How much you risk per trade? I think it's like 20 to 25%. Leave stream. I think around there though. If we manage it, it's like usually 10 to 15%. I really don't have a consistent average stop loss that I can really tell you, because our last loss was a 42% loss, but that was mainly because we didn't adjust. Like after that was when we adjusted lot size. We went from fixed lot size to percentage risk, because before that loss we never used percentage risk. It was always like fixed lot. So then when the markets got more volatile, stops got wider, right? So that was our last loss, and the one before that was 8%. So it's a huge difference. So we haven't had our average, but I'm pretty sure like with my stops right now and everything, like our average lately, it's like 20-25%. If we hit full stops, if we manage it, it's like I think 13 to 20%. Because we'll manage it at like maybe like 60%, 65% of the whole position. So instead of like 2,000 pip stops, we could get like 1,300 pip stops as a loss. But again, I haven't had enough like losses to get that idea yet. So maybe like end of the year we'll have a better idea answer for you. I'm looking towards this though, like our drawdown. If you look at our drawdown pips per trade, eventually I want to get the average. So if it's a drive, we can use like a certain average. If it's a liquidity trade, we use a certain average. So instead of like we'll still align it with price action, but we'll have like a much better like stop. So it'll be a lot less. But yeah, last year and the year before, chat, stops were always like 350 pips, 400 pips. So it wasn't really until like this year was when things got crazy. But that's because the markets got crazy, right? So like I didn't want to change up my strategy for how I find my stops, because it's just a number, right? Pips is just a number. You just change your risk. That's what I want. That's what I changed instead. My risk percentage. So I can't, like, this account should be using like a 0.14 lot. If it was like last year's conditions or the year before's or any year before, we should be using a 0.14, right? Before this, we're using a 0.8, 0.08 per trade. And then once we got to 2K, we increased it to a 0.14. So 0.2 below where we should increase it to. And then I was thinking like 3K, 4K, we'll increase it again to like a 0.28 or something. Or 0.30. But again, like I can't really use a fixed lot, right? But yeah, I think this year, last year, and this year is like some good information for next year. So next year we'll have something better, I'm assuming. Went from 5-8 contracts to 2-3, make more money, less risk, more bread. Yes, it's about it averages to be like similar because you're moving so much. Like 30 pips is really like the new 10 pips. Like we're in a pip session, chat, right? Like 20 pips is the new 10, or not even 50 pips is the new 10 pips. So that's why like a lot of traders have been trading gold lately because it's just more volatile, gives you more pips. This 5-minute news move how I used to move. Yeah, this is a pretty classic play. This is classic news gold trade or pair movement. What's the percentage of the account at now minus withdrawals? I don't know. We have 842. We profited on this account 2526. So plus 842.75. 3,369. So yeah, we didn't withdraw anything. We would have made 3,369 plus my deposit. I think the account will be at 4,000. Am I tripping, chat? So let's see. So the balance, the profit we made total was 2,000. Let's put 2,515, or let's put 2,526. 2,526.50 plus withdrawals, so 842.75. So that's how much like the balance would be. Hold on. Profit plus withdrawals. Yeah, plus 1,000. Am I doing the math right? Their balance would be at 4,369. Let's see. What if we just did 2,526.50? Let's just do this. Simple. 2707.55. Yo, yeah, you guys have asked me to do math in the morning. Plus 842. Yeah, we'll be at 3,500. 3,500 would be the balance if I didn't withdraw anything. So it's pretty lit. Like in like a year and 2 months, 14 months. So what percent is that, chat? I don't know. That would be, we're at 302% account growth right now. Wow, we just hit 300%. Sheesh. Max consecutive losses is 2. Max consecutive wins is 29. But those are like the BEs and stuff too, right? But yeah, I think 300% in 14 months. So let's see, 300 divided by 14. We're making like 20% on average, which is pretty high. Pretty high for now. I want to decrease that over time, but that will decrease with balance, I'm assuming. GJ? Yeah, no, GJ good. GJ. It's gonna be a while before we come back to GJ. Now it will use its liquidity to test the lows and fill at 4. Where's the 4? Oh, pencil sent it, right? 4-hour lev. Yeah, 4-hour lev. Barely got filled. Spreads are pretty good, chat. Let's see. A little bit of a range here, right? So there's a bit of structure. Right? A little bit of higher lows. So could this continue up? And if it does, then we're looking at 42 or 44. It's no longer at 25, unfortunately. But 25 could be a TP. If we get a 45, we can get a TP at, 23. Did you get a bottom wick here? No, you got one here. Where was this? I was near the 3rd-minute flip, so a little bit of structure for that 3rd-minute, no bottom wick candle. So you see how like in the past this would be an issue, chat? In the past we'll be like looking at this no bottom wick like, oh shit, no bottom wick, could that flip? So this is how you can tell whether or not it's gonna flip or increase the chances of it not flipping. You go into small time frame and you look at the structure. Like if you come down that close to that 3rd-minute flip and you don't flip, you come back up. You create more higher lows. It's like that structure. Enough structure holds that, like makes this strong much stronger, right? So that helps with that. Wow, we have 148,000 traders online. This is the low, right? So there's no reason to come back to re-break. If you do re-break, could that 1 hour flip? That's good for later. Fib. How do you pull up the stats? Go to TradingView, or I'm tripping. Go to MT5. On desktop, go to View Reports. On mobile, you gotta go to on the mobile, you gotta go to History. On the iPhone, History, top right of your screen. Go to Create a Trade Report, or click on Custom first, and then click and then pick the dates that you wanna view. And then click Create a Trade Report, and then it should pop up the same like screen basically for mobile. And you should be able to see this screen. It's the same screen. Let's see, 47, right? 44.
CC's on that hoe just like a titty. Yeah. Hey.
DJ Frisco 954.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Look. A little birdie said.
Yo, did Jay-Z drop a song?
And the story keep on getting worse. I'm getting worried. Yeah. I'm going up. I'm going vertical.
He did drop a song, right?
I'm lit. I told him.
Did he say anything?
Yeah. Hurry up and book.
1,000,001 questions.
Why you acting like I'm not important to you?
Let's see. Or is this an old song that he just re-put out?
I know what you niggas asking yourself. She gonna ever fall off? No.
Oh, this is an old song.
On the monies I've made.
This sounds like a 1996 song. I thought he dropped a new one. I'm like, this guy back this and already? Check, bro. 4022. 4022. I have a 23 there, yeah, but I'm no longer using that because you created structure coming up. So that's no longer my wick entry sell zone. But yeah, I'm using 4044. Jay-Z slept on? I don't know what Jay-Z slept on. I just think he I wouldn't say he slept on. It's just, you know, new gen kids ain't gonna listen to Jay-Z because they didn't grow up on Jay-Z. I don't think he slept on though. Over this and go up to the range to be a fakeout and come back down. We were talking a yellow line. We didn't fill the range down fully. Yeah, it's the middle of nowhere. The middle of nowhere. Yo, chat, you're re-breaking the daily highs. If you close where you close, this is gonna be a leg candle on a daily. Right here. Canada? And we lost yesterday. It was a good game, but I think we started off way too slow. Like, we didn't really lock it in until like the 70th minute. Chat, who won yesterday? The Mexico, who won? Mexico or Korea? It was Mexico, Korea, and then no. It was South Africa and South Korea. And then it was South Africa beat South Korea. And Mexico beat Czechia. Ecuador and Germany today. Japan and Sweden. What's up, wildlife? 443's wick sells for me is good. Yeah, I have right there too. I have like a 44. I don't have anything here, chat. I don't mind this zone. This is a pass zone. It could still reject though. That's the thing. It's still a zone, but due to the structure, I'm gonna use a 44. It's interesting, huh? How news came out like all positive and gold's going up. What's the movie steal? Chat, do you guys hear that buzz on my mic or no? Like a little buzz. Car speakers. Let's see. You can try. We have another 250 pips there, okay? Another 250 pips before we tap 44. So then that is our zone. So we're close. This push up was pretty good. 300 pip push early in the morning too. So first move today is actually not at 9:30. Or yesterday was at 9:30 as well, but yesterday was a little different. Yesterday was just drive. Yeah, I hear it too. I don't know. Hello? Is that better? Let me know. Is that better? Is that better? It might be better. I don't hear it no more. PC numbers excluding volatile energy and food prices, the way the Fed prefers to access the inflation gauge. Everyone sees how expensive stuff is. Interesting. PC numbers were yesterday, right? No, that was today. I see. Inflation gauge. Everyone sees how expensive stuff is. Interesting. I don't know what any of that stuff means. You asked why? I didn't ask why. I said it's interesting. Because I don't believe in like numbers always coming out. I don't believe in like numbers always coming out like if numbers come out positive, gold has to go down. Because there's been times that this happens, right? But I don't look at news in general like that. I'm looking for just a candle closure, volume, a little bit of structure. News is like too unpredictable when I'm trying to enter, because I can't put my stop loss like off of like I don't know, if the Fed say we're looking to raise rates next FOMC, I can't base a stop loss off of that wording. You know what I mean? South Africa's Canada. It's South Africa's Canada round 32s. I don't know, man. It might be a close game. It might be a close game. Your stop loss like 1,000 pips. It's actually 2,000. It's 1,000 if like we're really lucky in these conditions lately. But for the last like 3 months, it's been 2,000. It's been closer to 2,000, like at least 1,500. I think we did have a 900 pip stop loss in like maybe one time in the last 3 months. In like when were things slow again? Around this time, I think around May. May we had a 900 pip stop, but that was ranging. But in these drives here, it's 900 pips. Where's 900 pips from here? Let's see. 900 pips from here is maybe middle of nowhere. Alright, let's get right here. This will at least need to be 1,000 above the highs. Let's see, Chad. News is still in play, right? Like news came out, but this could still flip. This is still volume, right? News brings in that volume, and then what we're gonna do is take advantage of the volume. But we still gotta wait for price to align and everything to kind of pick up. Oh, what is this? More news? Is this something? This thing is so slow. No. Let's see. Could it tap 44? Oh yeah, 4 open. You're right. It is 9 a.m. True. Let's see. So chat, we are almost there. 190 pips. That's not bad. Much closer than earlier. Earlier we were like 500 pips away. So I don't have any buys or chat. Remember, this could still be a top wick or liquidity to come right back down, right? So I'm looking to enter wick entry sells as we approach 40.44. And look, this move has no like barely structure. I think like maybe just here, like looking on the 5, like barely, just like maybe a little bit here, but nothing too crazy. And chat, we could get an earlier entry too, just like yesterday. Depends on how fast it spikes up, but it could be anywhere from like 48 to 439. At least the blue zone though. So let's see, 130 more pips. 0.05 loss what we're looking at here, I think. Hold on, is that actually it? No, it might be smaller stops. 1700. Yeah, I think 1700, 1800 pip stops. Let's put it above these highs. I think 1900 here. If we get in 19.8. Yeah, so same lot size, 0.05. My ideas is wick entry sells here. Coming right up here, chat. Get ready. Could be right now in this push. Let's see, 90 more pips at least. And this is clean traffic, so I don't see why I wouldn't just fill the range. I'm just worried about this. Could be a rejection there, but I'll wait for a 41. What I want to listen to. Let's see. Could this be early positions, chat? This might be the first time we got early positions in a long time. Or in a while. It's been like more like 10 lately, right? 10, 11. The 4 has no bottom wick too, so perfect. Perfecto. Just don't pull back earlier, right? You want to, like, you don't want to see pullbacks earlier, and this is still okay. If we start dropping below like 40, 20, 23, then you might want to move this. Ooh, we're gonna move it up again the same way we did it earlier here. And then next zone is like 40, 87. If we can't get this, it'll be 87, maybe a little lower, maybe off of these areas. What is this gonna be? 40.73 could be that too. If you get a pullback though, right? But right now, 44 should still be good. And then BE's chatting off. TP's will attempt like 24, so could be a runner. BE's, let me try to find out what that is. I think this could be BE's. Trail stops below. Continue trailing. I'm going off of just these wicks here to the left. Yeah, so if we get a 40, 41 in those areas, this is a pullback. If you get a 40 in those areas, these could be BEs, right? So BEs could be like 38, trail stops 36, trail stops 34. We'll just keep adding them. You can use as many as you want, but TP is like 24, so we just keep trailing the way down. I think if we do get in below, like, if it starts breaking below 29, that's when TP should basically be hit. But until then, like, these are auto zones you gotta kind of worry about, right? So look, this is a pullback again, right? So we can't get that. How far was that? Around 90. All right, so what we could do though, let's delete these BE zones now, kind of useless. Let's delete that. We could use 40. Let's see. 48. We could use a 48 zone now. I think 48 in the break of the highs is still 140. Right? Between here and here. Between 48 and like 50. Between 48 and 52. Off of these wicks to the left there. We can use that. And then after that, 73 and then 87. Alright, chat. But since this is already pulling back here, that's kind of what you didn't want to see. Right? Because when you pull back, when you start coming up and you start pulling back, that creates structure. As you start creating more structure, like, these buys become a lot heavier, right? They become a lot stronger because they're holding. Every time you're coming down, there's a chance for price to come back down. But if it comes back down and holds and comes right back up, it's just like more structure added each and every time. You kind of just want to keep moving those zones. And if you had pullbacks here earlier, like slight ones, and you had more pullbacks here, like, it just adds on to it, right? But we can still take it. And again, like, this is still, like, technically it's still within this range. It's still in the range. Even above here, we can still take the wick entry sells. But like, from like this perspective of like using, for instance, our 25 zone earlier, we couldn't use that, right? They shot right through. 48 is next still. All right, chat. So it's wick entry sells still. That are my only two ideas. Wick entry sells, or if we can't get the wick entry sells and prices dips down, we can look for just continuation. So like, I'm assuming that's going to be more below like 39.89. Below there, we'll look for continuation of sells. But you're going to have to miss out on the sells from the wick entry sells then, right? That's at least 500 pips you're missing out on. At least. Previous 4 close is kind of like 11. Kinda. You can treat it like one. Yeah, below like 8 and 9 should be good. Like that whole entire range there. $250. $250. What's your WS? What's WS mean? What did we have? Yesterday was a 9:39 trade. Oh yeah, it was an hour drawdown. It felt like late though. 8:50 on June 6th. I guess in May we had a lot of 9 a.m. trades. Hey Don, good morning. What's the plan? Wick entry sells right now is what we're looking at, or continuation of sells. Continuation of sells, we're gonna have to miss out on like, we're gonna have to wait for price to come back down at least 400 pips, at least. And then wick entry sells, we just gotta keep coming up towards these zones and then first initial reactions. So we're waiting for that, and we're looking at the structure coming up too. If you have structure coming up, we'll keep moving that wick entry sell zone further up. Yeah, but I'm assuming like if it's not 44 chat, it's gonna be like 69. If it's not 69, then it's gonna be like 87. Those are the zones. Baby's new song. Who? Lil Baby? Nothing's hidden right now.
What's going on? Got a whole
We need a we need a little bit of that. It's coming up pretty strong though. It's like holding, it's pulling back like minor pullbacks and it's still holding. So that consistency is there in the volume. Shaq overseas. I just took a Nazarene name. That's a 4th overseas. Baby's new song Dead Fresh. It was on LV's Spring Summer 27. I didn't hear him. I guess 44 is a good level. Yeah, it could be 44. Honestly, anywhere between here could be also reaction zone too. So between 39 and 48, yeah. In this yellow box. The thing about wick entrance too, chat, is you don't gotta be too perfect with it. Oh, I gotta delete trace taken. My fault, chat. You don't gotta be too perfect with the wick entry cells. If you're looking for the first initial reactions, right? Like you don't need to have like a no drawdown wick entry cell. It's gotta have a level that's valid. Like yes, it wasn't too perfect. Because the idea you're following, right? The idea that you're expecting like price to kind of pull back. That's the idea. Come on, gold. 130 more pips, man. Yeah, 15 closure too. Yeah, this is a pretty strong 15. So this next 15 can just rip up. That'd be nice. Mirror this. It looks like the same mirror. What's the target? I think it'll be like 40-23. If you get a 44, we'll look to come down towards like 23 zones. You can even attempt a 4-hour opening. The flip from like 44 to the flip is like 300. That'd be nice. Maybe. But I think minimum like 25, maybe 17. But BE is good too. Like from 48 or yeah, 48. Where is it? From 48 down towards the next zone is like 60 pips. So your trail stops are set. Like they're good. There's a lot of room. Right? You have that entire reaction zone. So that's not too bad. Sheesh. Sheesh. What is West though? You said what is your WES? What is WES? What's the idea behind the lecandle? I think like in 2023, 24, I just noticed that candle pattern, and I noticed that it gets filled a lot of times. Then as I started paying more attention to it, I've noticed like it fills it a certain way. So then yeah, it's just a pattern that I picked up over time. Then we started taking it in 2025. But I don't know the true meaning. It could mean something else, like in a different type of trading strategy, right? Like a lot of the patterns that I kind of pick up isn't like the true meaning of it. It's infinity meanings, right, of what it could mean. But it's something that I've just noticed, and I'll add it to the playbook. Like range one, like, but something I was led to that point though. You know what I mean? Like when we first started taking breakouts, and then we started picking up ideas on range one to range twos. That's because we're trying to avoid fakeouts, right? And over time, you know, you understand that range 1, range 2 is really just like market structure. It's like when you break above the previous higher highs, create a higher low, break above the next higher highs. It's just structure. So range 1, range 2. And yeah, it kind of, everything kind of comes back full circle. Like this right here is, it's why like today, like looking at this playbook, we got, today we are in a situation where we have a drive in a higher time frame and small time frame range, right? Then like what to look out for is lower time frame liquidity. So that's why like right now on these pushes up, we're not looking for buys, because at any given point, there's a high chance that this right here, these pushes up could just be liquidity for us to fake back into the range. So that's what I mean by like, be careful, small time frame liquidity. But if you go back to like 22, 21, like same thing, like this is your range 1, this is like your range 2. So you only want to take sells or buys into at least like minimum these areas here, right? And then that's just market structure really, because going back to this chart, it's like it's breaking structure for the first time, you know what I mean? Right here, it's breaking above the previous highs. So then as you break that structure, then you break this, you're now making more higher highs. And all you need now is a pullback for higher lows, continuation, and then you can look to fill and mirror that range there. So it's just like kind of the same concepts in different viewpoints. Please don't repeat the disaster like yesterday without a stop loss. We had a stop loss yesterday. Yo. We always have a stop loss. It might just be unseen on the chart because it's too wide, right? But you can't say don't go into drawdown, you know? Like drawdown is part of trading. Like you gotta accept the fact that you will go into drawdown. You will have drawdown. You gotta face it. Straight up. Accept the fact that you will have drawdown, you know? The same way you gotta accept the fact that you will miss it on ranges. Like, yo, this might go up towards 40, 48, and I can't press a button because there's nothing I can really take here. The same way, like in drawdown, I can't really react because it hasn't broken structure or something where I can manage. So you gotta just face it. There's no hiding from drawdown or hiding from like, you know, it's not perfect. It's not always gonna be perfect as I wish. But the trading was perfect, it'll be way easier. But the hard part of trading is 99% psychology, 1% trading, right? What's up, XYZ? Where you been? Chat's been asking about you. You say play sweet, sweet. AI? You can send AI. Just don't send no weird shit. You can send AI. Just be creative. You can send whatever you want. I don't care. Just, you know, don't cross the line. You good. Can you treat inverted leg candles the same as leg candles? Inverted leg candles? Nah, it's a little different because isn't inverted leg candles like, if this is a bullish leg candle, Inverted would look like this, right? Nah, cause yo, that kind of movement is like open up. Let's see. Hold on. Maybe you could. Let me just break it down. Let me just see. Let's draw out this. If you open up bottom wick first and then you end off like closing like that, right? Boom. And then versus this where it's kind of like opening top wick first and then it comes down. So you see the difference? The difference is like this candle ends up closing bullish. I guess, hold on, maybe it's the same thing. Like, cause like if we were to be coming down and you close like this, I wouldn't really be looking for a leg candle. I'll be looking for like the breakout lows as a continuation like this, because I'll look at this as like a lower high slash like liquidity. Compared to like this where like if you were to be coming down prior to that move and it were to close leg candle, I guess like in this case like you're looking for the leg candle fill. I don't know, you could. I haven't really looked into that. This leg candle has no top wick though. This has no bottom wick, so when you come down, maybe like when you come down you can get a bottom wick before flipping bullish, because that's just a no bottom wick candle. I don't know, I haven't looked into that. Let me know though. This can also still come down and like end up filling that wick, right? Compared to this where like you're just expecting price to continue after for the leg candle fill. I don't know. Let's say bullish leg candle is green, but instead it's red. Oh, invert like a bearish situation? Yeah, that's a leg candle. We look for those too. If it looks like this, we're expecting price to fill the owl to push up. That's what we meant by inverted. Yeah. You could. I mean, this is what we do already. I thought you meant like actual, like if it's not a leg candle, because this isn't a leg candle if it closes like this. Or like if it's a bearish candle and it has like this. Like this isn't a leg candle. These are not. These are just non-leg candles. Something else. Another candle in a different universe. I think people call it like gravestone dojis or doji gravestones, or some people might call it leg candles, doji gravestones. Hope it draw down more. Huh? Possible fake on the 4, yeah. If it's a driving date chat and you have a range on a small time frame, it could be a fake out. And look at the playbook. Drive, small time frame range. You can actually take the fake. I should put a check mark here. There should be a check mark here. Because you should be able to take fake outs too. But yeah, there could be a fake out. What to be careful of? Mistaking liquidity as reversal. So a lot of people would mistake like this push up as like a reversal too soon. Yeah, this could be a fake out. This can still flip and drop back down. I don't do that. That was a mistake. I do not do that. Hey chat, 2 minutes for NYC open here. So let's see how that picks up. Did I update yesterday's percentage? 35, 66, yes I did. Yes sir. Where's your journal link? Expert trades. No bottom wick, 30-minute candle. Yeah, no bottom wick on 30 and the 4. The 4 still got none too. Oh, yeah, that is the 32. And the previous one. Damn, how close were we there? We were 120 pips away. Damn. Looks like we're gonna have to set up this range, chat. I think the only way maybe we can take this range here is if you come up towards 48, and let's say we don't get wick entry sales for some reason, because then you can start looking for this, right? Because like if you look at the move, it's like came up, a little bit of struggle here, pushed up, a little bit of struggle, push up. So if you start pushing, tapping 48 and start coming back to the ranges, I think this would be very clean. But from here, I'm gonna have to let this drive all the way down towards like 39.88 before I look for sells. So let's see. I would prefer wick entries. It's like right there. Now, not too much waiting, you know. I know why I see open here. Let's see. On the Gulf, I'm blind, I'm flying economy. Yo, 499. Thank you, man.
Oh, yeah.
I made way too much in a week. Must be 250
Yeah, at least. Thank you, bro, for the 499 euro. Thanks, all good. Thank you, man. Yo, is the Beatles copyright free now? How long has it been? 1969? How many years is it before stuff gets copyright free? Like 60 years or 100? No, there's no way this is copyright free.
Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation.
100 years?
I'm coming back like I left it.
Draft day. A Wiggins. Yo, draft day is on Friday, chat. The Leafs about to get the first round, the first pick. Gavin McKenna to the Leafs. Any hockey fans in here? Anyone watch hockey here? Here goes the flip. You know what, Penzo? Never mind, no AI. Or our bottom wick possibly. He's gonna fumble him. You think we'll pass? You think we're gonna trade it? I feel like this new, apparently this new GM takes like a lot of trades in a day. Like he over trades apparently. I think we're trading Morgan Riley. No, we have McKenna. I heard they might trade Nyse though. If they trade Nyse, it might be GG's. I don't know why they would trade Nyse. That's like 1 in a million player. Nyse is like, you need a Nyse on your team. Power forward. We're stacked though. We got McKenna, Matthews, Nylander, Tavares, Nyse. Domi's injured. I don't know if he'll be playing. Is Nick Robinson re-signing? I don't even know. Defense. What's his name again? We just got Radish. Getting rid of Riley. We might get a new goalie. Hi Don, how do you define a double fake out? Love from Dubai, love from Dubai. How do you define a double fake out? I think like this. Like if this today were to be maybe like this, and then you come back up like that. That's a double. That's one fake out, and then this would be another one. For instance, for example, or hold on. That's not a good example. This would be a double fake out. So you come down, you range, boom, boom, range, and then you get 1, and then you get 2, and then you back in. Like I think some traders cause equilibrium or some shit because it's like it's coming back into the ranges. So yeah, it could be that too, but I'll see that as this. So the good thing about double fake outs, chat, is that like it's hard to get caught in it because you don't want to assume that like if you fake out one way you go down the other, or if you fake out down you go up the other. It's like you still gotta wait for your structure to form, right? Like either way, like if you've been following the strat, like on the first breakout, you know to be careful, right? Like first breakout could be a fake out, so you want to see a pullback, hold, then continuation, right? And if it's a fake out, then amazing, you fake back into the range, you fake down. And if it's a fake out here, like you're not gonna take a sell on the rebreak. Like you wanna wait for structure, right, to form, and then you want to take sells. So like it's very less chance, like lower chance that you can get caught in like fake outs using the strategy, and that's why we apply that extra structure all the time. But you don't want to assume like, oh yeah, you came up first, broke the highs, so then as you come down, like you don't want to sell the lows here, right? If anything, you can grab this though. That's something you can grab, like the fake out move. But like in terms of getting caught down here, it's very less, like lower chance you can get caught up in that move. Yeah, and then that'll be a double fake out. But usually double fake out, the third move, the break, is usually the drive. So let's say you come right back up now. Then you had 1, 2, a double fake out, and then as you re-break this high, that's usually the drive, because this is now just structure. All this is just structure going up, and then that could lead to a high chance reversal. But today, I don't know if you have a double fake out. Do you have a double fake out? I don't think so. Judah swing? Isn't Judah swing? No, that's silver bullet is volume. Right. Right. Watch it happen for a bottom wick. If you can get double fake out, that'll be cool too. I think caught Judah swing when price sweep highs and lows. Interesting. Judah swing. What'd you get, Lip Hip? What'd you get here? You got a sell. First breakup below the range. I see. I maybe just be a bit cautious because this is the first breakup below, right? And this is like, I know like we're overall bearish, but on a smaller time frame, this is somewhat bullish. So like this can just be a higher low any given point. I wait, like instead of like taking it right away, I'll probably wait for a bit more structure. Like if you can come down, like kind of like where it's at now. Like I think this low would have been cleaner, because then you have a bit of range here, highs and lows. Or if you didn't get this, the re-break at this should take you down towards that end of it. The first breakout, If it's not a wick entry, it could be a little more difficult. There's 1/4 wrist and stops above resistance. Oh yeah, okay. That's a whole different idea then. I'm geek. I don't know. Damn, chat. I thought we had more potential. Where's the volume? NYC opened 9 minutes ago. Hello? Yo, Jack with the 50. That's Dubai dollars, chat. W $50, man.
Must be 250 at least.
AED, is that Dubai? I think so, right? W Jack, man. I must spam W Jack in the chat. W Jack. You made 57% profit. Very nice, man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. You guys gotta donate, chat. All I ask for, chat, is a like on the stream, man. You do not have to donate. Damn, music.
On the way next, I'm gonna toss
Hey, you about make you sent me more than I made yesterday.
some other artists I just think you might like. You know, just trying to keep you on your toes a little bit.
Did we even get $50 this week?
Here's one from YG.
Did we get $50 this week? No, I made $21 this week. $21.40. Vision trash. I'm trying to, but this shit is not playing anything that I feel like right now. Or maybe I'm not in the mood for some music, you know? Some days just be like that. What's the best lot size for a small account like 100 USD? Just starting and learning. 0.01. 0.01 lot, man. The lowest you can go if you're new. Just take as many positions as you can. Not forcefully though, but you know, every trade you take is more data for the future of yourself. So think about the $100 as an investment, you know? It's an investment on yourself. You might blow it, but at least if you journal it out, it's useful information for later. If you just blow it and go full degen without recording any stats on any trade, then it's gonna be still a good learning lesson, but you won't, you know, milk it as much as you would if you were to like journal it out. Cold air? You tell me to play AI Drake now? Is this AI though? This is AI.
I was raised with a wing. Cooked to the chest, yeah. Yeah, whole block in the Parker. Lake bus, lake rat, lake karma. Used to bite on the back of the transfer. Now I bite me, the bank move faster. Street car squill on the bells at dawn. I'm still prey, I don't stay too long. Cousin got clipped by stray last year. We put that cut, then we face that fear. Little kid staring at a tinted ride.
This sounds like J. Cole.
You don't see me, he just sees both sides. He the glass of the glass in his hand. Even class so classified scam. City got teeth fit, bite on the bro. Through the pole, then he cooked up a quote. I took that code and I turned it to smoke.
This is J. Cole flow.
I turned it to hope. Yeah, cold air from the streets in my lungs.
This
I go. Every line feels strong, like the late against snow. I don't run the same script. I'll be writing my code every D. New blood, every bar, reload. Oh, head from the slicks. I don't ever move slow. If the path look paved, I just come my own road. They keep looping that life on a tire that go. I keep breaking that beat till the pattern exploded. Posting to copy, paste, I pivot. I don't chase trends, I live it. You can spit a fake in a minute.
This sounds exactly like a J. Cole song. I probably heard 100 of these J. Cole songs.
Talk, I'm finished. Big sign on the shop, said cash on. Big hole in the booth on the brain, it's normal. Learn math from a dice on a crate. Learn faith from a plate. We'll split when it's late. Put bags on the bike, no gear. Side dodge, decides that fear. Ray hooks on the left turn like if it stay red long, it's another half right. I ain't here for a viral day. I'm here to my block, got a bite away. To the code on my teeth feel clean. To the red on my phone look green. Yeah, cold air. From the sticks in my lungs, I go. Every line feels sharp. Like the lake against stone. I don't run the same script. I rewrite my code every beat. New blood, every bar. Reload. Old hair from the six. I don't ever move slow. If the path look paved, I just cut my own road. You keep looping that life on the top.
Chat, remember this song? Yeah, remember this song? All right, y'all.
I'm watching the moves playing it close. SOD, super soul. Rainy days, his and hers.
This song brings a lot of trauma.
I'm watching the moves and playing it close. SOD, super soul. She was a hoe, but I ain't gon' judge, cause that was way before. I know. Cleopatra at the pyramid tonight.
What broker has the best spreads for gold that can use in the Philippines? Still looking for a broker to trade? I do not know for the Philippines, but you might have to search up brokers in the Philippines, and then you gotta open Demo's account with them and see how bad spreads are, or how good or bad spreads are. I wouldn't know, man. What's the name of the song, please? This one is Super Soak. The one that I played, the AI one, was Cold Air. AI Drake song. I should have done the Iceman live reaction. Pepperstone. Damn, this song brings back like a flashback. You just sorry, chat. I can't really speak about much about gold, man. Like this thing is, it's like it's showing a lot of potential, but it's just not printing, you know, anything crazy right now. Printing ranges. What about Canada? Canada's a regulated broker, but I think the leverage is a bit smaller because it's regulated. I think 1 to 50 is max. Yo, FTMO's chat leverage is like 1 to 52, right? I think 1 to 50. Anyways. Anything else today? No more news? No more volume? Guys, man. Decent higher low though. Let's see. Is it gonna match with anything else still left? Some lows down here. Higher lows here going across. So yeah, potentially like in these areas there could be something. This right here looks equivalent to this right now though. Could be a lower high still. So it's a lot of like what's the word I'm looking for? It's not as aligned with the bias yet. It can still go both ways, right? Looking at it from this perspective, this can be a higher low to continue, and looking at it from a bearish perspective, I mean, bearish perspective has a higher chance, let's say, by a bit, because any of these could just be like lower highs to continue down. But small tabs is what we're trying to figure out, right? I think this is now re-breaking again. This is the second time you're re-breaking. Yeah, second time. So, or third time. Mid low here. Pull back, another low, pull back. So a little bit of structure. So yeah, I did want to try. I did want to get in this range, but I wanted to see if you can come up higher, like create like a steeper high up above like 48 first. But if it's not that, chat, it's always here, right? We can still get this. So below 3988. The only thing is you do have to watch this drop like 200 pips, which isn't that bad actually. 200 pips, that's light. But basically, no FOMO on this move down for 200 because I don't have the right alignments here with confirmations. And this move down will confirm that 10 down, right? So that's why I gotta wait for that move to kind of play out. Mods, please stand up. Mods are here. We have like 3 or 4 mods. I don't think we need too many mods right now. I think as the channel grows, we'll have more mods. If you think about it, like these big streamers like XQC, Aiden Ross, like they have like 20,000 viewers, like, even Kai like 100,000 viewers plus, and they have like maybe 5 mods. Not that many mods, because you don't want your whole chat to just be mods, right? It's like everyone to chat to mods, just like what's the point of mod, you know? Like how many people can we really time out? BTC? What's that? Did it hit 50 yet? Sheesh. Yeah, coming down. It looks like it's coming down to, oh, there's a leg candle right here. Body reaction, question mark? 53. Wow. On the 5 looks crazy. Anyone have crypto? Anyone bought at these zones? Anyone buying in more on BTC, or gonna let it fall more? You know what's crazy? Because like last year, I kept talking about 14,000. I know it's like right now it's pretty far, but yo, if we actually range here, and then after you range, you grab like more liquidity, and you start breaking below 5.3, it might be GG's, bro. You actually might make your way down towards like 30K. That's crazy. I think I got 14K after 30K. But it's gonna require a lot, chat, like a lot of liquidity, like for it to go down that steep. It wouldn't just, I don't think I'll pull the move off right now if it were to dump. It wouldn't just come down like this. It won't be that easy. It's gonna range and then, like, you know, create like some structure and more people buy in. And if it were a dump, it would usually dump around like these areas. But I don't think it's gonna dump that much. I think 50 low zones is gonna slow down a little bit for a while. How long did you range here? Like maybe 37 or 259 days, so almost a year. Same thing can happen here. You can just range for another like year or so. And then, you know, start pushing up. Everyone's like, oh man, Bitcoin is back. And it's just like GG's. And then after that, who knows? Maybe we can come right back up to all-time highs. But that's like 2028. 2028, 2029. That's like new president time. Right? After Trump's term ends. Could be some. But yeah, I don't have any like Bitcoin or crypto. I have no idea what's going on. You're about a 120. I had a pineapple somewhere. You enter a short? On what? What do you guys enter shorts on? like these regular crypto exchanges. For a long time, I thought you can only buy crypto. I didn't know you can short it unless you're on like a MetaTrader or something. Like I didn't know you can day trade like that. What'd you see, Benzo? What's oil doing today? Oil coming down too? Oil coming down? US oil? Gold coming down right now slowly, champ. A little more volume than this, but it's kind of getting there. I think it could be like 10 a.m. probably. 10 to 11. Whatever works, works. Oh, coming down 5-2. Same zones as Bitcoin, huh? 145. 125,000. Drawn tools, I use zoom annotations. Straight from Zoom. What about 45K? NQ? Yeah, what's SpaceX at? NQ. Nay. Yeah. Damn, NASDAQ. Coming down. Copy. Paste that. Put it above. Right there. Next resistance. Anything else? That's all-time highs, right? Yeah, so that's all-time highs. Just in the range here from 30,000. Put up there. Your support zones down here. One big massive range after a drive, right? The next becomes like liquidity, either a push up or a push down or a fake out to continue. Or if you break up, push back into the range. Maybe a fake out to continue down. That's kind of where NASDAQ's at right now in the one big massive range since May. Since May. Yo, leg candle on the one, chat. That's a pretty nice 1 hour leg candle. So could you is this it? I don't have any buy ideas, but this does make the buy ideas a lot better in terms of structure now. Earlier we had more so above like at least 70, I think, but this isn't bad. I would say like if you can come down below into 88 and then pop back up above the ranges, we can look for buys like at 24 up towards 48. For the first time in over 2 months, we can get a buy. But I'll probably want that to make its way down first, right? But it is a leg candle, so we can get like the end of the leg candle, which is up here. That won't be bad. I would need to see us come down first. 1 hour leg, correct. 9,000 pips. Is that 9,000 pips? or 9,000 points. Shaky warrior. What do y'all think about buy on the GTA 6 stocks? Actually, wait, there's GTA 6 stocks? You gotta be lying. GTA USD. Is this even a real coin? What's SpaceX at? Damn. It's called TTWO. Is that real? Oh, this is their Interactive Software Inc. Is this Rockstar's thing? Or is Rockstar under these guys? This is it. How long has it been around for? 2002? When did GTA 5 come out? 2012? Jeez. 2013. Now, so look, it did pump up in 2013. Around this time, 2013, 2014, and then it came down in 2022. Wasn't that when they released the first trailer or something? I did not know. DJ Frisco 954. What's up, Addy? Money spread, money spread, money spread, money spread, money spread, money spread, money spread. When our lecandle fill, no, I don't have any ideas there. I'm gonna have to let this fly up 300 pips. I'll take the lecandle fill if you came down towards 88. But this, I don't have anything on. I don't have anything here. 6-7 wick sell. I have a 7-3. I think we still have. Do you still have 48? I think we still have a 48 too for the wick entry cells, but next is gonna be 7-3. So yeah, like that is 6-7 zones around there. 69, 73, 77. If you create more structure up, that would be the area. Money spray, money spray, money sprayed. Chat, Michael Baylor is the biggest like Bitcoin holder, or he has the biggest Bitcoin fund or something. Who's Michael Baylor again? And why do y'all name Michael? Michael Berry, Michael Baylor, Michael CT. What's Michael ICT's name again? Michael something. Why do y'all name Michael? Wait, they're all named Michael. Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, Mike Tyson, like Mike. Michael Saylor. So like Michael Saylor is like the biggest crypto holder, or like the biggest, he has the biggest BTC fund or something. CEO of MicroStrategies. Just a holder, I see. Okay. His company acts as a BTC treasury, sort of, because he has the largest like holdings, right? Or one of the biggest holdings. So has he sold anything, or he's just like continuing to take pineapples? Have a trade today? Not yet, man. Just a little waiting a little longer here. But I think in this hour, if we have like the most potential of the day so far. Spreads are kind of tighter on the way down, though, chat. A little wider on the way down. So could that be? Could that be continuation? Just pineapples? I see. So classic strat. Take pineapples when in DD. Yo, did you guys watch the never mind. Yeah, man. Come on, gold. Some. Twelve minutes to the 1 hour candle. What did it do so far? Top wick. That kind of body reaction is here, so it is slowing down a little bit in these zones. Gavin McKenna. You been in South Africa for it? Nah, but I want to go. I do want to go. I haven't been though. Cape Town. I know where Cape Town is. Cape Town is like, isn't that like one of the richest cities in South Africa? Do you know how to use that ghost feed broadcasting tool, forecasting tool? If so, how reliable do you think it is? I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. How many times you spend in front of the charts roughly each day? Whichever I'm on stream for. So like, I'm after stream. I'm not on the charts. That's it. That's it for me. I was thinking about like trading like Asian session, again, but that'll be in my group. So I will be on the screen, but yeah. Just NY right now for the last like 2 years. NY after stream, I just don't even look at the charts unless someone has a question about something. Then I'll look at it, but I'm not like actively hunting for trades. So it's just whatever I do on stream, really. And I like it. It's pretty chill. My morning is done, and then I just kind of do whatever I want after. Work on anything else I need to work on. How many hours did I spend on the chart today? To be honest, don't lie. Let's do a poll. Let's see. Let's see. One.
Child, no one could have made another. I have to father my mother and treat my son's grandfather like my older brother. The skies are gray in Toronto, they not a golden color. I'm feeling like BTS, cause it took the whole career for me to be so discovered. I know for sure that my parents, they look at me and see an overcomer. I'm looking back at them and these days I see a
Hello from Greece. Damn. From Greece. How many hours spend on charts each day? The poll is up. Let me see. Let me see who the over traders are. 6 to 12 hours. You guys, this better not be majority 6 to 12 hours. Okay. 1 to 3 hours. The hangman drawn you see do the hangman drawn or the probability bar. Chances of playing out bar. That's my favorite drawdown tool. So on your playbook, higher, what time frame is higher time frame? In my playbook, the higher time frame is like considered like I think 1-4 daily, weekly, monthly. Lower time frame is 1-5, 15, 30. 3 to 6 hours? Really? You guys spend 6 hours in the charts? I lie, we do be spending 3 hours roughly. It's been 2.5 hours today. 8 to 11, 3. I guess if you trade Asian or London, combine that, it's gonna be 6 hours, 3 to 6 more likely, yeah. I'm impressed though. If you spend 15 minutes to an hour in the charts each day, you're like the top 0.01%. If you spend 15 minutes to an hour, you're up there. How do I get like you? 15 minutes to an hour. You must only be looking for like certain things every day. NYC open until like 10 and that's it. Strict window. How do I get like that? You have any entry? No, sir. Just wait in here. There's not much going on. I mean, there's a lot going on, but there's not much going on at the same time. I need more to come on. Need more volume. Damn, I really thought today would be like one of the bigger movies of the week. Nah, it's dumped. Spider. Is this gonna be a back-to-back roulette? No. I was gonna say. Bruh, easily more than 12. Easily more than 12. Dessert. Ours is 0. 0. Chat, if you guys are enjoying the streams, man. We're 20 likes away from a hundo. We are live every day, or Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. East until 11. So we still got a little bit of time today. Volume could be picking up right now as we speak. I think the first move happened pretty early today, and there's been a lot, like an hour break since. So I don't know, but there's still potential for the biggest move of the day to happen. Cause I don't know. I don't think NY is done. I don't think it started. We glitching. I think you got the leg handle body reaction earlier, right? Okay, you got the pullback, hold, you held, then coming back out to re-break. I think we still have a 48 zone. So if this comes up from 48, because look where it started coming up from, right? 99. So likely it will still give you that pause or that break period. And that likely is the reaction zone at 48. If it's not like at 24 zones or anywhere here, I still have a wick entry sell there. If we come up.
It's Christmas.
I said, okay. What's up, Wicked? Oh, Jam use the RR. Give me like 1 minute. Yeah, you're on the wrong account, Wicked. You're on your alt account, bro. How'd you switch accounts so quick? Come on, man. Yo, TGR. What's up, bro? Just that glory. Fuck all that. Yo, this new account of yours is like a new small account that you're trying to grow for a challenge or something? I wouldn't say a challenge. I'm just trading it. I'm just trying to show the same principle that I've always had, which is just transparency and just showing like my day-to-day trading. So maybe a trader out there could like be inspired by the fact that we have a small account and we're not looking to full send it, and it might take 8 years to grow to 1 million. So I wouldn't say a challenge, but more of like just normal account. I wouldn't even consider it a small account, to be honest. No small, big account, just one account. One account. Because now people don't watch me for the balance no more, right? But yeah, just trading it. This is probably the account I'll be showing on stream for like until whenever. I don't think I have plans to show another account unless we like take the funder route, but I think until I find a proper funded that has like no weird rules. Do people follow along with the FTMO account? You can, but I think the like negative RR on the funded account could be a little more tricky because it's gonna take, the risk is a lot lower, right? So it's gonna take a lot slower to grow that funded account. So I think when people trade funded, they try to just like get past the whole like phase 1, phase 2, so they get funded or a payout, right? So unless you're willing to like spend like 6 months passing phase 1 and then another 6 months passing phase 2 or however long, but it's gonna take much longer than just like a week or 2 week period that people are used to. So it's doable. It's just a lot slower because the risk is a lot. I think FTMO is one of 50 leverage, right? And then the max risk daily is 5%. So we're risking here like 20% on average. And unless we cut stops, manage risk, that's like 13% around there, but still a lot higher than 5%. So if it's 4 times the risk, it's gonna be 4 times the speed on the funded, right? So we make like, this account makes like roughly 10% a month, 5 to 10% a month. If we have good months, like 15%, 20% months, but roughly like 5 to 10% per month. So on a funded, you're making like 2% per month probably, which is actually pretty good. That's like kind of my goal, to get to like 2% per month, and that's it. Like live off of 2% per month, because the risk is so minuscule. But that's how the balance grows. But yeah, it's a little slower on the funded. You're young, I'll be here for that W. Yeah, I mean, if this account gets to 1 million, chat, it's like on pace right now, like 8 years, I'm gonna be like 34. I lied, maybe 7 years, because it's already been a year, right? I'll be 33 with this account. And then there may be people, by the time we're 33 and the account's at 1 million, there may be people who have been running in circles for the last 7 years trying to find the strat, or trying to find like the holy grail. Meanwhile, you know, we took our sweet time, called out that it might take 7 years, and we got there slowly. But I don't know how long it's gonna take. Could be quicker, could be longer. Our stops might change next year too, the year after, based on the information I collect this year. We couldn't start using like a fixed stop, so who knows? I've been trading for maybe like 7 years, so that's another double of my lifetime trading, right? So it's just more experience each year we gain. So who knows? Our might be positive by the time we're at that 1 million balance. Like, I do think my risk reward will be positive one day in the next years. So anywhere from 4 years, and so I do think so. Positive RR plus high win rate. But it's gonna take some work, right? The 147 to milli was legendary but not sustainable. Yeah, it was too quick. Like 90% of the year is like in like, or 16 months it's too much. Way too much. Like, we did it, but it doesn't mean shit if you can't do it for a lifetime, right? You want something that's sustainable from the jump, or work through your way there. All mistakes you make along like part of your journey, chat, is just like, it's gonna level you up. Let me end this poll. What we're looking for? Oh, question Don, do you have your ranges set now? Would you consider ever having micro ranges by zooming in? Yeah, I do. Like as the stream goes on, some days I just add more zones. So like as we create more ranges and I look for different important factors of the ranges, I'll mark up, like for instance, like right here, this could be like a range on its own. I'll say like, oh, if we break back below here, we can start coming down to fill the blue range. So that's like a micro range within a range. But yeah, always like, there's always ranges within ranges. I just might not always have them marked up based on the situation that we're in. Usually when I have less levels, it's like less things I'm looking for. Let's see, chat. We can still get a 48 here if we push up. Volume is picking up a little bit. This 5 candle was actually decent. It's 140 pips, so maybe we could have something in the next 10 minutes here. Because look where you came up from right here, right? So no pauses so far. No pullbacks on the way up. Maybe a slight one, but nothing too major. So another pop would be there. Let's see, how much did this reject for? 85. 85, yeah, around makes sense. 40 is right there too. Next support. We'll still attempt the runners, but remember these zones coming down are going to be important as well, right? So good for BEs and trail stop zones in those areas. What are you looking for? I'm looking for a wick entry sell, so I just need this to come up. I'm not looking for buys yet, otherwise we'll be in buys here. I have to like kind of let this fly up, you know, and work on my FOMO here. But yeah, I think I'll be looking for buys if you came down a lot further earlier, like this. If you came down towards 988 earlier, I would be looking for buys around here. With where it rejected from, this could potentially still be the middle of nowhere, which means that if you come back down, this can be a fake out. And I think that could be sells chat, honestly. If you come back down now below into the blue zones, minor pullbacks and continuation, you can start looking for sells in this box here, because this is the second time you're retesting the highs. So if you come up again, like think about it as this, you had a push, you had a pullback, you had this. If you come up, like, it should go up here because you're following that bullish trend from the morning. Overall, you're still bearish, right? But you're following that bullish trend from the morning. So if it were to go up, it should easily go up. But let's say it comes up and then it starts to shift back into the range. Like all of a sudden now you have like lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. And then you start taking sells because this is going to then be like a fake out, right? That's when I'll start looking for the sells. So instead of like looking for them below the blue zone, we're going to look for them going into the blue zone, right? But this will be enough. It doesn't even need to tap into 48 no more, because you already got this. Earlier it was different because on this move that we had during news, if that came straight up towards 48 and then back into the range, I'll be looking for the sell. But since it only came up towards here, I was kind of worried about, okay, you can break into the range and still come up, which is kind of what it did, right? Came down, looked like it was a fake out, and then it came right back up. So now that if we're to come down, it's like you're breaking the previous low again. It's like you have a high chance to give you a pop into this range, and you can start looking for sells coming down. And this range is pretty decent too. It's like 109 pip range. So that could be an idea for sells. So still two ideas though, right? Wick entry sells up at 48 or continuation of sells into the blue zone. And then more sells below the blue zone too. But that'll probably be a second position. But I do think we could get some runners in this range. Maybe 120 pip TP we can attempt. And we have more run opportunities down here too. So it could be a runner day. But you're gonna have to let this drive down, right? So at least another like 190-ish or 150-ish. I'm now opening the playbook and taking down note in today's conditions before 8:30. Define higher time frames drive. Yeah. So today I'll look at this as like a higher time frame, like right here, like overall, like you're driving down bearish. Small time from your ranging. So you see how you're breaking above the ranges, but you're not like really driving up yet. That's something that the playbook says to look out for. The playbook literally says like when you have a drive and a range, look out for mistaking liquidity as reversal. So those fake outs are valid. Again, there should be a check mark here. 1, 2, and 3. I think these are all valid. Breakouts, fake outs, and onions are all valid here. Right, but anything back into that range now will be a fake out, because if you have a drive and then you have a range right here, right there, this is a range, you broke above, right? So that's a fake out. If you start shifting back into the range, that's continuation down, right, to the bottom of the range. And then it says in the playbook, it says like be cautious of the first breakout, because that people might think that that's like, or traders might think that that's like a reversal, because you're breaking above the range. Like in 2020, I would have thought that that's a break above the range. So the playbook even tells you what to look out for, chat. Like that's like to the T, right? Based off of these formulas. But that's what today is. I'll put higher time frame drive, small time frame range. Yesterday was more of drive, right? So after drive, you have range. After range, you have liquidity. So like this fake could be liquidity. So as you start, if you start shifting back into the range, that could be liquidity, right? So you're in between range and liquidity, And if it's a liquidity, then you can look for continuation down, right? Continuation of trend. A higher time frame is already bearish. You have a range, you have a little stop period, and then continuation is just the same thing as this down below here. So that's why it's the best days, because after, like, the most setups I get are always going to be more so of like drive, range, drive, liquidity. Because you have the higher time frame direction, so you don't need much to happen. It's really when the higher time frame is ranging. This is when it's like a little more difficult. That's why there's the least check marks here. There's only 3 here. There's like 5 here, and there's like 4 here. Right? So obviously this and these are going to give you the most setups. Ranges are just ranges. Especially when you're range, there's like no setups. That's why there's no checks there. Spreads are pretty good too, right? I can't understand how you trade. What you trade is only a $5 move or $10 move. Yeah, sometimes less. We just take the trade, the ranges. We're scalpers, right? So we're not looking for like a swing trade, like looking to hold for like weeks and days. Sometimes it could lead to that, but if we're in drawdown, especially. But we're usually looking to just grab the ranges. So yeah, a lot of my moves are just like $2 moves, $3 moves. Not even 10. 10 is 100 pips. I rarely get 100 pips. Every now and then we do, but not as common, right? So it's been like 30, 10, like 100 pip move there, 3, 5, 5, 46, 26, 21, 24, 45. You know, that's been kind of the average. It's gone up over the years too because gold's more volatile. Like back in the day, it used to be more of like 10. But stops would be smaller too before. Like 2022, look at my stops, chat. 17 pip stops on GJ. Are you crazy? But they'll come more often, right? So like eventually like 1, 2, and 3 equals up to like 1 big stop. And we get a stop now once every like 6 months on average. Or our losses are 6 months apart lately. But before we'll have more losses and it just add up. So it's kind of the same thing, like having small stops or big stops. It just kind of add up. Like you got to find the perfect balance between like a logical stop and a tight stop at the same time. But you don't want to base your stops off of just being tight or big, like, or small. Like it's like, oh, I want my stops to be 50 pips. Like that's irrelevant to price action, right? So that's why like our stops have increased over the years too, because gold's only been getting more volatile. We can't use a 15 pip stop on gold. Like, look, 15 pips, like, let's say we enter a buy right now, right? 15 pips. You break the lows, it's nothing significant on price. It's like you can break the low and that won't mean anything for direction. Like, what's that going to mean, right? It's just kind of like you're just gambling at that point. Hoping that you get a good RR. MT5 saying $10. 1, 2, 3. Got it? I low-key miss old sub $2,000 on 2023. It felt easier to scalp. It's the same thing, man. Honestly, candles are not going to change. The only thing that changes are the ranges, but that's why it's like you having a 1,000 pip stop loss versus you having a 10 pip stop loss is like no different, because instead of making back in the day 10, you're making 100 pips now. It's the same. It's a pip session. You just kind of just gotta like adapt to that. But it's the same candles. Like back in the day, you'll still get these drops, like these candles coming up crazy like that. The only difference is back in the day that would be 40 pips. So that's the only difference. But if you just adapt your stops, like people think stops are crazy, it's not. It's the same stops. You're using the same candlesticks as your stops. You know, it's just you gotta adapt to that. That's just trading though. You know, the markets are based off of like what goes on around the world. So what goes on around the world is, you know, not gonna be the same 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Prices change, things go up. So yeah, we're in a pip session basically. It's just, pips are massive, and it's a good thing too. But you just gotta adapt really. Is it where you see the percentage? Yeah, because it's just more pips now, but it's like it's not really a crazy stat to flex, right? It's like percentages is like the biggest flex. Pips, win rates, all of that is useless. Like, you know, how many, like, what's our winning streak? Like, probably like our winning streak right now is probably 50 or 40 or something, but it's a useless stat. It's cool though, right? Don't get me wrong, it's cool. Like, oh, you're on a 40 win streak, sick. But nothing matters more than percentages, how much you actually gain and can bring on to the next day. And percentages are good too, because no matter if you grow your account from like start with $1,000 and you grow to like 100K or 1,000,000, like you're thinking the same percentages. If you can make 20% on a 100K account, you can make 20% on a 1K account or on a $1 million account. It's the same number you're looking at all the time. So it builds that consistency earlier on in your career. And it took me a long time. Like it took me like 6 years for me to like look at percentages. I always knew about them. I just didn't know how to turn on my brain to think like that. Like I was just thinking about pips. Like, oh yeah, we caught 4,000 pips. Like, oh yeah, I made 10K today. It's like useless. It's only good if you're like looking at market, right? Like pips, we caught this many pips today. We caught that. Like it's easy to market because it's easier to just like it just sticks out more. And yeah, the streak, same thing. If you have a negative RR, like one trade can wipe out like a 20 win streak too. So it's just the percentages. I always try to just show like my current strategy, like whatever I do, like up to date. Like, you know, if I update my firmware, I'm gonna give you guys my entire firmware. Because I don't really hold back on like, you know, I don't really gatekeep anything in my strategy. This is all out there. Psychology or whatever I learned along the way, I try to push out to you guys too. Good morning, Cookie Benda. Because you know what, man? There's always going to be chat. If you're new to the streams, there's always going to be someone before you that have been here for a while. And there's always more people that come in after. So there'll be people who say, hey, I like this part of your strategy better. I like that part. But people come in at different moments in their career, right? So people will always have their preference. That's why I try to get my latest. But my latest at one point was like 2022, and people like 2022 strat better. Some people might like this strat better. Right? It's the same strat, just an evolved version. But at first, you know, people are unfamiliar when looking at this versus like 2022 strat. It's like there's more extra things that we're applying now and all of that. So you might be like a little more confused. But once you get it, you realize it's the same. Yo, lecandle. Barely got filled. Let's see. Still no volley, man. My RR now, it should be still negative. I don't know. I never knew my exact RR because my RR changes per trade. someone stealing the script right now, for sure. In like 3 years, we'll hear Nugru saying the same thing. Just happens all the time, you know? But when you always try to evolve, bruh, that's the point though. If more gurus can like take the script, feed it to their viewers, it's a W. You know how many rappers Cardi birthed? Cardi birthed like 1 million rappers. You know how many rappers Cardi birthed? 1 billion rappers. 1 billion artists. So it's just part of building and growing. You know how many streamers we birthed? Too many streamers. Farza, what are you saying? Avocado location. Huh? Jack, you actually made 57% today, Jack. Do. Hello. How's it today? I don't know. It's kind of just showing potential, but not moving. No trades today, man. No trades today yet. Looking back and forth, back and forth. What is playing? Chowdy has rate price action today, man. Did it really move yesterday though? That's pretty boring today. Like there's potential. A lot of potential. If it were to break out. What's up, Jordy? Lower flag majority. Lower flag majority. Check pivot 4020. I don't know what a pivot is, Jack, but I believe you, man. Some amount of resistance there.
Thought that I couldn't, you should be embarrassed. The egos is threatened, they really should cherish. Too many excuses, I don't want to hear it. Don't call it a patio, bitch, it's a terrace.
39 traders online right now, though.
Killing that's worth to my days. They try to play me as a villain and color me bad.
Why?
I noticed the jealousy peaking, I thought we was past this. This type of exposures indecent, these niggas is classless.
Okay, we still got a little more time. So after 11, we'll start placing like a session stop loss, okay? After 11 though. So 6 minutes until 11. And it looks like the one is going to close bullish here. Is it holding these ranges? Could be. It is the first bullish closure since the bearish one, right? So could be holding that range. And if that's the case, then could this have been a higher low? So we'll find out, right? I don't think the move is done down. I don't think we even started today. I could be wrong though. But hopefully not, because I do want movement. And to sell at 40.27 from the pullback at 4,000. A 5-minute chat. TP 100 pips. I'm done for the day. Done for a day. The classic words from a trader before they look at the charts one more time and be like, I'm not gonna lie, I see something else here too. Done for the day. Classic trading words. I used to say it too. I'll be like, I'm done for a day, guys. 10 minutes later. Now I don't even say done for a day, because the day is never really done. Or at least we can't say it's a done day. The markets will tell us. It's 10:55. Where are you from? 12 hours? That's Asia, right? Malaysia? What time is the World Cup games today, chat? 1? Damn, Canada versus South Africa. South Korea fumbled. Yeah, I thought South Korea was gonna have it, not gonna lie, but they look good against Netherlands. You trade Asian? Is this the one, chat? Is this the one? The one? Running $7 in the profit? W, man. XY and gold falling together. Yeah, some days they be doing that. It do be happening. Lil got it? I have a couple songs. I have that one song. What's it called? Superstar? Is there any potential for going up? Is there any potential for going up? I think so, yeah. There's potential if you can hold, like, so far, like, we waited for this move to happen today, or news came out, pushed up, and then we got the pullback one time. You held, and then you came up, but you didn't break the highs. So if you start coming back down into the blue zone, we're looking for shorts now to fill that blue range. So bias is still bearish overall. There's a leg counter here, but the reason I wasn't looking for it was because this is still overall bearish, right? I would take buys, but I would have needed this to come down below to 88 first earlier. And if it came down towards 88, then it came up above 24, I would have been my buys. But the reason I didn't look for buys here was because this was the middle of nowhere. So I still think that could be lower, or there could be more structure coming up before looking for buys. But you have potential sells coming soon, chat, into the blue zone, right? So you gotta break into it and pull back and hold it, and then you can look for shorts coming down. I think this is an invisible candle, so you can probably block this out right here and look for shorts to mirror this traffic. There could be a body reaction zone right here as well. Boom. So below that wick there, you can start looking for ideas coming down to mirror this. Look left again. There could be also like minor zones to the left coming across here too, like right around here, right? So 88, 96, and you can start looking for ideas coming down in that zone. And how much is that range? 63 bips. It's not bad. Pretty good range. No runners though, unless you attempt like 88, right? Which you can, but I think this is a good like trail stops, BE zones for sure in that area. But this needs a pickup for sure. You need to see a candle coming down like this. If it just comes in like this, the way it is, that's gonna be a little tough. So you want to see like, you know, like actual volatile candles. Low got yeah, I have one song. Let's see. Spreads got a little tighter. You saw that? When are you going to trade Asian? I don't know yet. I've been looking at it for like the last couple of months. Again, maybe like more next year though. Or end of this year, next year. I don't think soon though. I'm probably gonna let this core 3 fly by. I kind of like it though. Like I like just so far like one session. It's like pretty chill. Hop on for NY, and after that you're kind of done for the day. No matter if it's a winner or a loss, you just kind of show up the next NY. I used to do a thing where like we'll take a loss in NY and the Asian I'll go crazy, or like London I'll go crazy, but obviously that's not like that's not really that discipline or that consistent. Let's see. So we get sells, chat. We still need a break below, right? And then pull back, minor pullback there, but it's more so below here to 97, 2003 or 4003 to 97 is kind of what we're looking at. So let's see if you can push into 2003. How much range you got coming down here? 80 pips. So yeah, you want to see like 80 pip push, pullback. You leave a wick and the re-break, and that could be your position down towards 39.97. McDonald's forming. Double top. Now, I think wick entry sells are still valid too, chat, at 48. But that's like 300 pips. And then session stop loss, now that's 11. I think we'll... I don't have one right now, but let's see. Let's see which end it breaks out. The highs or the lows. Do your market opens Asian session? There's 2 hours before the opening. No, my market's closed at on my broker closed at 5, and then there's a 1 hour rollover period from 5 to 6. So gold's closed and then opens up at 6. It's not 2 hours for me though. But primetime Asian session is like 8 to 9, no? 8-9 p.m. East. Closer to 9 though. 8:30, 9. 7 is like pre-Asian session. Let's see. With LaMelo Ball to Charlotte or to Minnesota? What the hell? LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards. That's crazy. The Raptors try getting everybody, bro. The Raptors always say they got everybody. The one time I was actually in disbelief was when they got Kawhi. I was like, wow, we actually got Kawhi. Bro, the Raptors always trying. The Raptors was supposed to get Giannis a couple years ago. That's crazy though. LaMelo Ball to Minnesota. For Naz Reid, 2023 unprotected first round pick. 3 first round swaps. What does that mean? 2008, 28, 29, 30, and 3 second-round picks. That's like 6 picks. Crazy. No volume till next week. Hey, we still got tomorrow. Hold on. We still got today. Day's not done. Daily can close at le actually though. If the daily closes the le, that tomorrow should be pretty straightforward. Because you're already bounced off the leg candle on the weekly as well. So that daily plus the weekly leg candle fill tomorrow could be a thing. Peace out, Led Pip. Easy. Let's see. A little bit of structure here. Why is my thing so buggy? A little bit of structure here. Let's see. I think if we have a session stop loss chat, it could be the highs. If this starts breaking to the blue zone, we'll put the highs. This is that if I do that, I'm eliminating the wick entry sell idea. Let's see. A little bit of volume here. A little bit. Can you break into the blue zone and tap 03 and then pull back and then re-break 03? You have a leg candle fill right here. You can treat this one too. So yeah, remember chat, if we get the sells in the blue range, it's not the wick entry sells, but we can still get the sells. We're looking for, I think stops could then be like 4204, 4201 if we do get in. So 4201, 02 from where we are is gonna be 1908, 1980, 1980, 1990. So stops, lots are gonna be like a 0.05, so same thing. But we want to see a spike, right? Down towards 03 and then pull back towards like the top of the blue zone would be nice. So something like this, then that, and as you re-break, that's your continuation, and we'll look for positions there, right? Spots could be a bit better too, or maybe after the pullback. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. Could this be it? You gotta pull back. You haven't tapped 03 though, but you gotta pull back. Let's see. Depending on the pullback too. Like if it's here, I gotta let that drive down still. But if you, let's say, pull all the way back to like 16, 14, then you re-break. We can look for ourselves in the re-break instead. But from where we are, I'll wait for at least a fill into 03. Okay. Because this can still be a higher low. How often you give signals? It's whatever trades I take. I call everything I take, and it's been like roughly 3 trades a week on average. So you can just check out the stats yourself here. Go to I think it's on the signals page. Go to the signals page and then go to 4 years of documented stats, and that should pop up this link, and that's all the trades we've been taking. Pencil. See, spreads are kind of wide still, right? Kind of like yesterday. So this might not be the move. $15 let? Really? Yup, it is. It is a 15 let. So yeah, could still get. Yeah, if we get a top wick at 20 or 18 or 15, like, and you come back to re-break the lows, that'll be good too. And hopefully spreads are smaller after you fill the 15 let. If you do fill it, and that'll be good. That would be nice. I'm yawning though. What a morning. No more coffee too. Jay, how many coffees you guys drink in the morning? How many coffees do you guys drink during NY session? Are you a no coffee person? One pot? Wait. Oh, like one pot in the morning. You quit coffee on July 2nd, 2012. I'm happy for you, Jay. Hopefully I can get there one day too, but actually I take breaks every now and then for like a year. But I don't think I'm quitting coffee like until I feel a negative effect on it. Who knows? Maybe I'll quit next year. Your website is cool. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Just doing to the stream. What are your zones at the moment? On my screen, 24. I have a zone there, just like a resistance. It's kind of useless now, to be honest. I'm gonna get rid of that one. I have a 2003 zone, which is the next matter zone. I have a blue box, which is in that area, could potentially be fakeouts, but I just need top wicks for that. I have a 40, which is just like a BE zone if we get a wick entry style at 48. But I'm looking for 2 ideas today. First idea is if you come up, I'm looking for a wick entry sell, and that's why I have 40. And then if you continue down, I'm looking for 2003 tap, pull back and hold to continue down the blue zone. So if this were to happen, below these areas, I'm looking for positions, and these could be BEs and target zones and all of that. But basically, that's it. That's all you kind of need to know. Yeah. Life is better after massive headaches. Damn. Yeah, that's that coffee withdrawal. I get them on weekends. Or I used to when I was like waking up late during the weekends. I'll get a headache every week. No coffee, just black. Yeah, I don't do. I just do espressos. A little bit of milk every now and then, but I think New Gen is drinking matcha right now. Any matcha drinkers, chat? Matcha drinkers? Burn.
Some of your most played songs in 2024, starting with Kanye West.
My wife said, I can't say no to nobody.
You said old Gen with matcha? Yeah, matcha's been around.
And like my wife said, I still didn't say no. People trying to say I'm going crazy on Twitter. My friend's best advice was to stay low. I guess it's hard to decipher all of the bills, especially when you got family members on payroll. The media said it was outlandish spending. The media said he's way out of control. I just feel like I'm the only one not pretending. I'm not out of control, I'm just not in a control. I know I'm the most influential. That time cover was
Just confirmation. Closest thing to Einstein. About me, I'm fine. I feel like don't stare money too long is Medusa. I wasn't supposed to make it past 25. Oh, okay. Chat, I think we're cooking. I think it's actually going up. Can we tap 48? Can we get a wick entry sell at 48, chat? Remember? 48 is still a thing. If we use a 48, it stops going to be 37. Wait, hold on. Wait. Yeah. Wait. What did I have before? Yeah. 19. True. Yeah, no, 42.37. If we get a 48 wick entry sell. Because this is some volume here, right? So you want to see one consistent pop up, no pullbacks here. Get ready. You don't want to see pullbacks here. You got to push up 110 more pips. So stops at 1900 pips. It's open 0.5 lot. And these are one of the original ideas today. But very strict on the no pullback part. Can they push? No. Is that it? Did it re-break the highs? It did, right? Yeah, so this is from 24th. That was from yesterday. Came into yesterday's highs. True. So yeah, pull back before 48. So you know what that means, chat? No more 48. So let's delete 48. 40, you can delete that too. But let's delete 48. And what could we use next? If it's not a 48, it could be a 5.6. We can get a 5.6. So that's going to be another 160 pips in the break of the highs, but no longer a 48. And then after 5-6 chat, I have a 70. I have a 70. I'll add something here too. I'll have a 70 and then a 79 and 87. Those are my next zones, but I don't have a 48 no more. Okay, so we had a 25 earlier today. We removed it too because of the structure, and then we had a 48, which we just removed because you can already got pulled back here, right? So those are your first initial reactions that you don't want to see coming up. Next zone is going to be a 56.98. So again, on the re-break of the highs, that's going to be another like 160 at least. All right, but very key on the no pullback part. And yeah, now that you came up to break the highs, chat, as you come back below 4,003, we'll look for sells, right? That's still going to be very valid too. If anything, more valid now than earlier, because now you actually have some type of like lower highs, if this is a lower high, right? But it looks like this could be also a higher low. But yeah, 45.6 is what I got. Let me just make sure again. That's some good volume. Why no pullbacks? Because you don't want to see structure coming up. The more structure you have, the more confined those buys are, and the higher chance you have to push through. So then, like, the idea behind the wick entry sells is the first initial reaction. So if you pull back and get a first initial reaction, like let's say we have a first initial reaction 23 here, right? And we're coming up. If you come up like this and then you get a pullback, like if you were to break that zone now, which is near 23, don't you think it's going to just fly up because now you have some higher lows? So that's why we just keep moving it up. And we can move it up for a while today too, because like this is still bearish, right? But like the next structural highs, like I'm not gonna lie, like coming down here, there hasn't been too much pullbacks. Like maybe a minor ones here and something here, right? So like until you actually like start breaking structure, I'll say at least like here, you're still bad for wick entry sells. But that's why you gotta pay attention to the way it goes up, because then that's gonna kind of tell you whether a zone coming up will be like more like, you know, higher chance of reaction, or we're just gonna push through. What was I gonna look again? I was gonna look for 5-6 zones, right? So 5-6 zones, where could that be? Five, 6 zones could be maybe 6-3. A little above those highs. Then you're looking at 75. Maybe it'll just be 74. Maybe there won't be a middle between 4-4 and up. Maybe above 4-4 is just be clean traffic until 74. That's what it looks like. I can't really find much in between. There's like minor zones, but they're not as like consistent. But 74. So yeah, it's gonna be a little further up, chat, if we get a wick entry sell. But it won't be a 5-6 then. It's 74, right? 74.727. That's going to be more so up here. So yeah, close to the 79 zones. And then above there's 87. But I don't have any buys here. So I'm going to have to let it drive up 400 pips. We're going to have to let it drive up 400 pips. If it comes up. If it comes down from here, that's amazing too. Because I think the move down, it's only like 200 pips. So it's not that far. And then below 4,003, we're gonna look for sells, right? because this can still be a fake out. And this wiped out the highs first again. Third time you're breaking the highs or nearing the highs. 1, 2, and 3. So if you come back down, it's like what's the reason for us to come down now? There's no reason to come down. You came down twice already, didn't break. Third time you should be able to rip through after breaking the highs, this time especially, right? Like this should technically be bullish. But if it's not, and you come back down, then that's your fake out. And then into that blue zone, we can look for sells instead of waiting for like that minor pullback that we were looking for earlier. I remember earlier chat when it came down, I was like, yo, wait for it to tap to 4003. And then after tapping 4003, a pullback to like 09, right? And then we waited for that. And look, you never came back down to re-break. So very key. With this strategy, it's like less likely you get caught in fake outs because you're waiting for like certain pullbacks to occur all the time. But yeah, we're able to avoid that. And now that if it comes back down, we'll have a better answer for where it's going to be headed to, right? And that's your position. So yeah, not too far, 220 pips away. But the wick entry sells are wick entry sells are a little further. That's like 400 pips above. Or on the break of the highs, 300. All right, chat. When you said no structure going up, is it crucial? What time frame you're referring to? I'll say the minute, the 5. I usually look at the minute or the 5. It's not a single time from each time though. But like I don't know. In this case, in this exact situation, I'm looking at the minute, the 5, like in terms of structure. I think this is okay though. Like if this is a pullback and it comes up, that's still fine because look at where you're going up from here. But if it starts like, you know, doing this again, like that's kind of GG's. Like you don't want to take wick entry sells here because now you have like a lot more structure today. And at that point, you just want to look for buys. Wait, did rebreak of lows now? Yeah, rebreak of lows for sure. It's clean. The leg candle got filled eventually too, right? Took a little longer, but eventually got filled completely. But this chat, that might be considered the first move of the day then. Aside from news, you might get volumed at like 1, 2. Is this news? Maybe. Is it news? No, I don't see anything here. Let's see. Very easy to get like impatient in these situations too, right? You've been waiting all morning. This is like you see a spike for the first time after a long time. You think, oh shit. Your mind tells you this could be the move. You start FOMO into the position. But when you plan ahead, it's like the last chance you'll FOMO in. Because then the move up is part of the play for you to get a move down, right? For you to get your actual setup.
Everyday hustle like William. Yeah. Everyday hustle like William. I'm charging the chicken just for the verse. Yeah. I get in that kitchen, I could go to work. I go berserk. Yeah. Go out and get it, secure the city, can't seem like the Titanic. Bitch don't want my free band bandit. This paper coming to me 24 hours. I can't go sleep. I know the power of a dog.
What time is it? 2:35. Okay, so I think what we'll do, chat. I want to put the session stop loss up here. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. We'll do that. We'll leave the session stop loss at 42. I'll just miss out on the wick entry sells if we break the highs, because it's gonna be 75. So if you re-break, I mean, you gotta move 320, which could be a quick move because this can just be a pullback to go up again. You know, I just missed out on it if it is one, and we'll call it then. All right. So I'll put a session stop loss here just because it's getting a little late. If it was 11, you know, I think we'll leave it still. About 11:30, getting a little late into my session, so we'll just settle down for we'll just settle for continuation of sales, okay, and fake outs. All right, chat. $235. Maybe. Let's move it to the highs, actually. What happened? I think so. I think so. back? We are back. All right, well, now we gotta just play copyright free music. Chat, we got a trade just now. That was crazy running, right, chat? Holy. W positions, man. Can't believe, man. That was a quick snipe. In and out. These one went crazy. 400 pips, chat. Crazy. 30%. Sheesh. That was crazy. Can't believe it, man. Chat, I can't believe YouTube got us right when we're about to get into a trade, man. No trades, guys. Oh, fuck, man. W. All right. I think we moved the session stop loss down, though. I think it's time. We'll move it down. Yeah, I think if you re-break this low again, chat, we'll move it down towards the highs of 31. Okay. Okay. I actually don't know how I got the strike the first time. We got one strike on this channel. 2 more strikes and we're out. But I don't think like the first time, I don't remember why I got it, because I don't know if it was because of music or if I was showing like some like sports highlights or something that's like copyrighted. I didn't know. Because we play music all the time. It's never really a strike. It's never a strike. It's always gonna be, or has been, just copyright notice, which is like normal. Like you get those notices whenever you play music, and then they take like 50% of your profits, but your revenue. But I don't know what causes a strike. Wait, it was during watching baseball? I remember I got the strike. We're gone for 2 weeks. That happened in 2024 as well.
Look at me, stare inside, take my place in my mind, capture me, follow through, validate.
First time watching, welcome, man.
It's been a long time since you've been on my mind, and I must forget about us. Turn away, what to do, let it go.
For a let? Kinda. Alright, chat. I think we're just gonna move it, man. This thing is so slow. I'm just gonna move it down as we go, okay? So we'll move our session stop loss down towards here. If it hits that, we'll call it a day. This is not copyright free music. What the heck? What you mean again? What? I didn't even play copyright free music. Tough day. Wait. They don't see my screen, right? Let's do something. Penzo, what's the line again? Yo, we're back. Chat, crazy trade we just got, bruh. Like, holy W 67 pips, guys. W 67 pips. Sheesh. W. Oh, fuck. What a day, man. What a day, chat. All right, bro. I think we're calling it a day, though, chat. I think that's it, man. No trades today, guys. All right. I don't know. I wasn't even playing copyright music, but honestly, I think volume is not even there for us right now. So, yeah. I will see you guys tomorrow to finish off the week strong. Okay. This week we had 2 trades so far. 2 trades this week. We had one on what day was it? We had one trade on the 22nd. On I think Monday. Yeah, one trade on Monday and then one trade yesterday on Wednesday. So nothing crazy for the week, but that's all we got. All right. So tomorrow's Friday. We have no news tomorrow, but you know, fingers crossed for volume. And yeah, I'll see y'all then. All right, everybody. Peace. Have a good day. Laters. No outro. I can't risk it. It's too much. Peace out, Discord. Peace.